water, health, sanitation, food security, and nutrition. We ensured the continuity of our water management projects in the Plata Basin and worked with governments and partners in the design of an investment portfolio valued at $90 million. Additionally, the Energy and Climate Partnership of the Americas continued to share relevant best practices and responses to the pandemic on energy and air quality. These few examples indicate our collective impact. We cannot do this alone. It is now more urgent than ever to address the region's structural weaknesses, to recover from the health, economic, and social crises occasioned by the pandemic and prepare for future shocks. It is imperative that we work together as we risk losing recent development gains and seeing millions fall back into poverty. It is time for the region to redirect course and pursue a more sustainable, resilient, and equitable future for all. We are in this together.
But the resilience building agenda is too big for any one stakeholder to address acting alone, and simply bringing together stakeholders, whether at the national, subnational, regional, or global level, is not enough. Effective, focused, and sustained coordination among stakeholders is paramount to provide countries with integrated and comprehensive support.
The OAS, as a hemispheric forum and honest broker, must continue to facilitate this process while we work with member states towards the attainment of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. Cooperation, collaboration, and partnerships that include all actors strengthen us, enabling us to be more than the sum of our parts. We can and we must work together. The future of our region depends on it.
Me and my kids have been there for over an year right now. And children are friends. It doesn't matter where they come from.
Nosotros estamos una zona netamente selvática. La línea de adyacencia va desde el norte hasta el sur, va desde Modesto Méndez hasta Aguas Turbias, tanto en el norte como en el sur. Esta línea tiene 215 kilómetros de extensión.
De allí vino él, se buscó creo con los de la OEA y de allí vino el proyecto para acá, para Judá. Y fue que lo dieron el terreno y lo dieron todo que era mano de obra y el material para hacer las casas que están ahorita. Y por ese motivo estamos aquí viviendo todavía.
La misión continúa trabajando en la implementación de medidas de fomento de la confianza mientras aguarda el resultado del reclamo que está atendiendo la Corte Internacional de Justicia por la disputa marítima, territorial e insular. Nuestra oficina en la zona de adyacencia realiza verificaciones a solicitud de ambos gobiernos, facilita reuniones y patrullajes conjuntos entre las Fuerzas Armadas y promueve una cultura de paz y cooperación entre las comunidades locales.
Children will be children and they have harmony. They don't see each other as a different country, but they see each other that they're growing together.
Esta organización es el guardián regional en defensa de la democracia, la libertad y los derechos humanos. Los países se han comprometido con estos valores a través de instrumentos legales como la Carta Democrática Interamericana, la Convención Americana de Derechos Humanos y todas las demás convenciones interamericanas. Nuestro trabajo es mantener los más altos estándares. Debemos ser objetivos, analizar los hechos, denunciar cuando veamos corrupción, inequidad o amenazas a la libertad. En esos casos, no podemos ser neutrales.
More than 100 years since the inauguration of this building, the OAS headquarters, our institution still brings together the peoples of the Americas to address our responsibilities as a partnership of nations. As we look to the future, our work must also focus on the construction of a positive agenda that continues to favorably impact millions of lives every day.
SETI's results for 2018 proves our effectiveness as a development partner, placing people at the center of our work and leveraging partnerships and cooperation to transform policy imperatives into action. With an eye on the rapidly changing global context,
for the delegations and connected, having done both tests so far, we have Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Bolivia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Dominica, Ecuador, El Salvador, the United States, Grenada, Guatemala, Guyana, Haiti, Honduras, Jamaica, Mexico, Nicaragua with audio test only, Panama, Peru, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago, Uruguay, and Venezuela. We have quorum, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Assistant Secretary General Mendez. Good afternoon, distinguished permanent representatives and observers, delegates, Secretary General, Assistant Secretary General, and officials of the General Secretariat. Now that the Secretariat has verified that we have a quorum, I declare this regular meeting of the Permanent Council to be in session. Esteemed colleagues, before taking up the items on the order of business, I would like to announce that on Monday, 9th August, a few days ago, a former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Celeste Byrd, died. He was an outstanding leader who contributed greatly to Antigua and Barbuda's development and to the development of the Caribbean region. He was also my friend and collaborator for 44 years. I give notice that the delegation of Antigua and Barbuda will seek a moment on the agenda of a future meeting of the Permanent Council to pay tribute to him. Not today, but at a future meeting. On behalf of this Permanent Council, I would also like to express our sympathy and best wishes for a speedy recovery to His Excellency, the Right Honorable Ralph Gonsalves, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who was the victim of a cowardly attack last Friday, August the 6th, from which, thank God, he is recovering well. In addition, I would like to congratulate the peoples and governments of Bolivia and Jamaica on the celebration of their national days on August 6th, as well as the people and government of Ecuador, which celebrated its national day yesterday, August 10th. Now, colleagues, we come to the first item on our agenda, which is the adoption of the order of business. In accordance with Article 43 of the Rules of Procedure, I submit for your consideration the draft order of business set out in document CP/OD-2333/21. If there are no comments, I will take the order of business as adopted. And I see no comments, therefore the order of business is adopted. I now extend a very cordial welcome to the permanent representative of Peru, Ambassador Harold Forsyth, who presented his credentials to the Secretary General this morning. Ambassador Forsyth is a journalist from the Pontifical Catholic University of Peru, a career diplomat from the Diplomatic Academy of his country. He has a master's degree in political science from the Simón Bolívar University of Venezuela. And prior to his appointment to the OAS, Ambassador Forsyth served as Peru's ambassador to Colombia, Italy, China, the United States, and Japan. He therefore comes to us here in the Permanent Council with a vast array of experience. He has also served as an advisor of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Vice Minister, Secretary General of Foreign Affairs of Peru, and permanent representative of Peru to the international organizations headquartered in Rome. He worked as a consultant to the General Secretariat of the Andean Community of Nations. He's also served as a congressman from 1995 to 2000 and was a founding member of the Democratic Forum and the Association for Civil Transparency in Peru. He is clearly a man of abundant energy. Ambassador Forsyth has been an international elections observer in Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. Earlier in his career, Ambassador Forsyth served in the embassies of Peru and Chile, Bulgaria, Venezuela, Canada, and Germany. He was also Chief of Cabinet of the Permanent Secretary of the Latin American Economic System, Chief of Evaluation and Control of the Diplomatic Academy of Peru, and Assistant Director of Latin American Cooperation at his country's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I am confident, given that vast array of experience and knowledge, that this council will benefit enormously from the ambassador's knowledge and diplomatic skills. I now have great pleasure in giving the floor to Ambassador Forsyth, permanent representative of Peru to the Organization of American States. Ambassador, the floor is yours, sir.
Dear Secretary General, querido Secretario General Adjunto,
Assistant Secretary General, of course, a warm greeting to everyone, my colleagues on this journey throughout this great experience, and also warm greetings to the Secretary General and the Assistant Secretary General. And through you, I wish to convey greetings to the entire staff of the Office of the Secretary General of the OAS. As Sir Ronald Sanders stated, just a few hours ago, I presented my credentials before the Secretary General. That, for me, was incredibly satisfactory. This is something that I did not go out seeking, but rather an opportunity that presented itself.